It's GG.
It is GG indeed. So, you know, I still think GLuck's the favorites in this series, but Miracle made a super decisive move. They were like, this is how we win the game. We're going to go core here. We're going to win this. It was so close. And I love seeing like that, things like that from teams that are just normally not very decisive, normally not able to make these types of snap decisions, normally hesitant. That was such a cool moment. And that's the kind of spark that might keep Miracle out of the Crucible. That's the kind of play that needs to be seen to avoid that Crucible match.
And GLuck, they were close. Saron, I thought Blaze was one of his best because oftentimes he makes the same mistake, but once he has a bunker, he can actually save himself with just using the heroic, and it's not the longest cooldown also. So I thought that hero fit him the best, but even as a Blaze, he was caught off with so many CCs. And that's just how the game goes, but maybe you want to focus away. He has been the weak point in the team so much, and the other four not really rotating too much to help him. Maybe that's another reason. Thinking that your solo lane can sustain with himself alone. Well, I think we're having some problems as GLuck. Maybe they need to recognize what the real problem is and try to change and adapt the strategy to make sure your player is doing all right.
Yeah, I think that it's time to get focused. We're going to BOE. This is also Miracle's map pick. So they actually chose map instead of first pick in this meta, which I think can be a mistake, but with the Phoenix being permabanned, you're kind of feeling like you get 2 picks instead of 1.
Yeah,
no, that's right. No, Miracle won. I'm sorry. I'm not used to them winning. Like I was like,
oh,
no, I'm just teasing. But no, yeah, they won. So of course they would take the map here. I was like, wow, like this is decisive again. Like they're picking the map too and not first ban.
Too much hype, Wolf. And
I'm getting a little bit hyped.
They are choosing the map, and I like this. They want to have a quicker map to finish the game as soon as possible. That late game decision was awesome, but still overall how they have been playing, this map suits their playstyle a lot better.
Medivh was banned before
before anything popped
before
up.
the map even loaded. Okay, well, it's gonna be a Phoenix ban, by the way. If you thought Phoenix was strong, think about his damage output on this map.
Maybe not. I think Miracle is considering that a lot.
Really?
On this map, Phoenix, I don't think it's as powerful.
I don't know.
Very
right,
strong.
Explain yourself, GLuck. Explain yourself. Why don't you think he's very powerful on this map?
Dragoons on BOE? Come on, just think logically for a second.
Well, because it's a Diablo map, and he's from the StarCraft franchise?
Yes. No, no, on this map, he does have a lot of warp range. That's also pretty good, but compared to other ones that can actually run for the immortal, like Vala or any other DPS, and I want to draw a conclusion already that Hanzo is a better of a DPS compared to the Phoenix. Phoenix has...
I just was waiting. I was waiting for it. I'm like, you know he's just going to be banned, GLuck.
I know. Well...
We
saw a lot
do you
of
think
Hanzo.
we're ever going to see Phoenix and Crypt?
Hey, I studied hours before coming here, but if we have Phoenix banned every single time, I can't tell you guys what's up.
GF wants to tell you guys what's up, but Phoenix is sitting in the ban chamber. Somebody was over-tweaked. Somebody got a little bit over-tweaked. These we put in the ban chamber. Maybe... Maybe he's got a little bit of that power creep going on, that power creep thing I've been hearing so much about on Reddit. Yeah, he's got it. His win rate is abnormally high. We need to keep him in that ban cube until he settles down to around 55%. No, 50%.
Hey, it's after an ANU, 43%. How about that? 6 out of 14. Is that pretty high? I don't think so. And against the Hanzo, only 3 wins and 7 losses. That's pretty bad win rate against the Hanzo. So that's why I was drawing the conclusion that Hanzo is much better of a sustain and bursty also damage DPS. The only thing about Phoenix is that his hitbox is way too big.
He is a little bit fat, yeah.
And then it makes it so much easier for Hanzo to finish the simple geometry. And all the skill shots land on Phoenix so easily. That would be like the only thing that I can criticize.
I love playing Nova against Phoenix. I can't miss him, man. He's a big clunky Dragoon. At least he can walk straight in this game.
Ooh, Tracer ban. following up. They have been harassed by GLuck's Tracer a lot. So taking that out. Surprising Uther ban from GLuck's side when they, of course, they have Mafirian.
Yeah.
I don't think Uther was the best pair up when
think-
Miracle had Garrosh. I think Stukov.
Yeah, I think they're just going to take Stukov easily, right? Like, unless they wanted to run double support. That might be one reason why they banned the Uther, because Uther Karzim is actually quite strong with the Hanzo on this map. We could still see Rhaegar Karzim. I mean, HGC has been having a bad time. His camera shots today and yesterday, he looks like he is upset and distressed all the time. Remember H82 came from Raven? Let's talk about H82 for a second, actually, because we don't have a solo pick yet. H82 came from Team Raven, for those of you who don't remember. He was their best player. He was the best Artanis player in Korea, and the only one for the most part. He played Artanis more than any other top laner. Played it on Dragonshire, not this map. Killed it, was picked up by Tempest. So he went from nothing to the top immediately. His team was relegated. And now he finds himself potentially in open division again. So for this player who went from nothing to everything and is going back down to a bottom team now, to lose here would be, of course, very discouraging, very stressful. We do have Vala on the board.
Genji Vala. Seems like Ballistics is playing on the left side with Tyrael and also Mardale. Good contest for the Immortal. Running for that Q with the Q Vala. Genji can go for the kill. I think they have the sustain. Really strong top lane against Sonya this time as they banned Tracer instead.
They have Stukov and Bayev is open versus the Tyrael. I don't think she's very good against the Volley Genji, but I think they're thinking about it. Other options are Gunza's Junkrat and the double support. You could see double support Hanzo. Even with Ariel, it's not crazy here. I've seen it before on this map.
Vala only been played 2 times before this game in part number 2. Only having 50% win rate. And Maiev to finish it up. I like it. They have the silence this time. Much better of the damage. Not really much of a wombo combo, I would say. Taunt and a few focus fire from Hanzo and Sonya would get the kill.
The silence is so scary too. Like, you can't just jump a Sank in there and make it happen. You have to Sank first. It's very difficult to actually make this happen.
But the problem will be the Tyrael from GLuck. One perfect sanctification will neglect everything, will cancel everything from what Miracle is trying to do in game.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to see Relic destroy the healing fountain early. But that shouldn't be too big of a problem for Miracle, given that Stukov has pretty good sustained healing, can heal everybody up the same way healing fountain can. It can't give mana. They can pretty much do everything else. So let's jump into this second map now, guys, to see if GLuck can tie up our series. We're going to a 2-0.
Well, you know what we always say? Hanzo on this map. Always pick him
Yeah,
if you get a chance.
he's pretty busto.
Busto.
Isn't that what the kids say these days? They say busto?
Kids.
Or is that gusto? Oh, that's what I ate for lunch today, gusto taco. It was fantastic.
Sell out.
Ordered it delivery to my house. Got that burrito. It was amazing.
Amazing.
Not as amazing as Hanzo on this map, but like pretty close.
Burrito before HGC, I mean, oh, there's that relic play once again, HA2.
Yeah. Stopping him though, HA2 is putting a stop to
But
this.
you can't stop the basic attacks. Ooh, sniper comes though.
Did they bait this? I don't think they did. I don't think this is what they wanted. He's gonna get it eventually if he wants it.
Let's keep an eye on Relic, which healing well that he wants to go next.
Yeah. He's gonna go for the mid one, I think. That's why Garrosh is rotating in. They're trying to sandwich him. Oh,
spotted.
that was not the way, Judy. That was not. That is just that.
Every
Oh.
single time. This PoE game becomes a different game when Relic is playing on Genji. So, by the way, whenever he did it, he has a 0% win rate so far. So, just keep that in mind.
Yep. J2 just narrowly gonna escape with this one. This has been such a weird game because Relic has really messed up the laning. Everyone's always swapping. Uh-oh. This smells like a dead Saron. They don't know H82 is still here, I don't think.
It's the only problem that H82 is that H82 is pretty low.
Yeah.
I think they could have won in, but having H82 too low maybe maybe a death for themselves. So going straight. Oh man, Relic again.
Kings coming down. What a weird game Relic makes this into.
It's
he
caught
really does.
though. It's not even any more escape. That's gonna be the first kill. On to Relic.
Groundbreaker comes through. This time he gets it. And
man,
Healing Fountain's still pretty healthy over there. You know, wow. Okay, well, you know, normally he gets it.
Hey Wolf, I have a feeling.
What do you have a feeling of?
I think that 0% will stay.
Yeah, because normally he gets it, and sometimes he gets 2. This time he gets none and dies. Not a good start. GLuck.
I need healing.
He needs healing. He's trying to use the enemy healing wells. That's how badly he wants it. He's like, those aren't on cooldown, right?
Nah. That's my last name. So, well, Genji, is he going to try it once again?
No. Like, Relic is actually a really good player, by the way. Like, I would not be surprised if GLuck does not end up going to mid-season, which, you know, there's a chance, obviously, there's always a chance, that Relic gets picked up by another team if anyone retires or any spots open up on Ballistics or Tempest or KSU Black. Like,
by the way, just a random comment. Nachochen is looking for a team.
Oh yeah.
If anyone wants to pick him up, just go ahead. And meanwhile, we have T-Tours on Snookov.
T-Tours indeed, but yeah. If anyone wants to have Nachochen, make sure you keep him in America for 6 months, because otherwise you can't get him. But yeah. Relic gets caught here.
Once again.
As soon as I praise him, I curse him. He has had a bad game, let's be real. He's a very good player though. He's actually very talented. One of the best Genjis here, just behind the likes of like Rich, SC, Reset. I think he's a phenomenal Genji player, but sometimes he gets a little bit cocky. Sometimes he gets a little bit too aggressive on his Healing Fountains. Well, this is a good flank here by Sarah, and this is looking like a really good flank here and setup for GLuck to take this Immortal. They're going to win it. 6k to 2k there. They will close it out with 3,199 hit points.
But Relic, die a few more times.
Will Relic get the Healing Fountain during the Immortal push?
Well, he went for the strategy, didn't really connect. Don't think he should be trying anymore, but he's just continuing to do so. What is he trying to get out of it? Maybe a Healing Fountain? I think it has to be more than that. Maybe
yeah, I
think
it's
the lane or something.
I think he's just trying to, you know, prevent healing. It's not like he's going over there just to increase his siege damage, you know? But it's unsuccessful strategy in terms of win rate, but they do get the first Immortal. Healing Fountains aside.
Yes. That's an easier way of getting the Healing Fountain. Win your first Immortal and then go all the way in.
Just harassing a lot here. Do see the top lane matchup obviously is going swimmingly for Sauron this time. And when they have the control of the middle of the map, Miracle just can't rotate up there. So just can push super hard, he can do structural damage, commit heavily. Camp gets taken as well, a pretty useful timing here.
Vala in this case, before 10, before Miracle has that cage and the dive from Sniper. I think GLuck has a very good chance of winning the Immortal, but once that happens, Vala will be very vulnerable against the CC that comes in, can't really escape too hard. It'll be very tough. I think this is the moment you really have the Twilight Dream for Malfurion from GLuck here. Make sure you have the silence against the Snook-up silence to at least buy that amount of time for your Vala to escape or anyone else.
Yeah. Or just dive in with it, try to be aggressive with the Twilight Dream, flank with it. There's a lot of cool things you can do with that. Especially close 20, but I don't think we're getting there this game. Next Immortal phase is up in 20 seconds. Sauron actually going to try to camp before this. They're actually rotating up to make sure this is reasonable. And Miracle actually does respect the rotation. They don't have vision right now. HGC just barely out of range here. They're going to flank down here. This is actually really cool what GLuck just did. They made it look like, okay, we're all coming to this top camp, and then they went, and then Miracle was like, okay, we're safe, and then they rotated down to try to punish. That was really cool. They didn't get a kill, but I like the idea. Okay, the camp is taken. They are rotating down, but they've lost a ton of Immortal health. Well, Saron was gone. He's coming in now. Root dodged. That camp, if it gets the rest of the cannon towers, is even pushing up towards it. He just wants them to get 10 before the Immortal phase ends, but it's a tall order.
But there's the halftime, of course, in favor of Miracle. And it's on to the other side. If Vala can poke, it will take a long time for Vala alone. But they're also bringing Tesseron now.
Oh man, Miracle is just taking this camp right now. They're giving so much time to GLuck. And GLuck is going to hit 10 in just a second here, so gotta be careful about doing this. Especially with Sony in the top lane, Sniper should not overextend.
You want to wait for that 10. That's basically why you have that team comp.
Okay,
hitting the 10.
10's up. Reign
Last
of
right?
Vengeance and Last Rites, indeed. Miracle just totally threw this Immortal phase. For what? For this? Not very effective. They didn't even get 10 first. They had total control over it. They sent Sonya top because they were scared of losing the level 10 fight, but had they actually just brought her down, they could have rotated around and poked with Hanzo to win it. They were so far ahead. They took a camp and sent Sonya top, thinking that somehow that would get them 10 first and they could force a fight. Didn't happen. By the way, containment is possible. I don't think so. Okay, yeah. Just didn't lock it in yet. HA2 for the flank. This could be a really big opportunity for Miracle. Okay, coming down to Overlord.
Vala. So much damage from Poison Spear.
Okay, the root though. Judy so low. Okay, slap coming through here from Jaehyun, just a little bit too late to save Garrosh. Dragon Blade's out. Just gonna push this into this keep wall. Should be able to get the full wall.
They were possibly looking for a kill onto Vala. Was close, but never really got the follow-up damage for the kill. There's that silence to delay, but still a lot of heroics left for GLuck, maybe. I thought they were going to contest for a few more seconds, but Garrosh is back now, so they will take the lead with this Immortal.
Immortals in Korean. We're gonna have to rest for a bit. I'm like, nah, I don't know. That's not what he says in English. Immortals like, hey, I'm just gonna take a break.
Oh, there's a stun onto Saron, getting that burst damage.
Silence. He lives. Oh, this is such a good setup for GLuck now. Taunt coming through, though. They are going to power down Tyrael. He's going to do a little bit of extra burst. Sniper looking to dodge it. Does use both of his abilities to dodge it. They're going to come in here, though, with Relic. One kill here. Gets him a dash reset. He's got another one. Using his protected against that Whirlwind.
The last ride's connecting. H82 steals the camp meanwhile.
Yeah, but is it going to be worth it? Missing a lot of damage while doing that. Does get burst down here. And this is going to be a one trade for GLuck in terms of kills. They should send HA2 probably to the top lane real quick.
Well, compared to how this team fight started, with basically having Martel out of the fight, it was really well done. Tyrael almost sacrificed himself by giving shield for Martel to survive and also to keep that camp in range. Miracle, I think, because they think they have a lot of AoE CC. Just thinking that you have a lot of wombo combo does not mean that you will guarantee your kills. GLuck really defended that really well. Vala was doing free damage over the wall, basically.
Yeah. Vala is still very strong, guys. Just not as strong as the 17 other ranged assassins that are like meta right now.
And all the other Overwatch heroes, of course. Well, you keep on kicking, and I have to put it back. Good job, Wolf.
Does this keep happening to me? All right, my mic's back online. I said really nice things about you while it was muted. You'll never know. So, 13 around the quarter here for Miracle. I missed the entirety of the first part of this Immortal phase because my cord got pulled out, but we'll just catch up now.
We'll have more than enough time. Miracle's still not 13, so they are onto defense now when they even have Hanzo. And HA2 missing from the action means GLuck has all the space to go in.
And they have total control over this Immortal.
Oh, Tesseron takes way too much damage and gets taunted.
Okay, they need to actually make sure they finish off this Immortal. It's going to be worthless.
Great holy ground by Milky Way, though.
That was sick to block them out from the chase. Blue Beetle goes low, but he is going to survive. Someone needs to backdoor that Immortal there, or this whole lost fight is going to be worthless. Milky Way looking like he wants to try to sneak his way over there. They're too slow. Violet comes over, but it's way too late. Way too late. Drops down another 1,000 shields, but that's it. Risking her life for that. Just too late. Miracle wins this Immortal. And it is going to be fairly low shielded, but still. They have control of the map before this happens. They're going to grab this last wave of experience.
It must be so frustrating when you want to escape. Garrosh tosses you, there's Umbra Bind, and everything else. But they are going for this 5v. There's a Sanctification. Try to push, but protected there.
Yeah. Sanctification does not allow them to be shoved away. Here's Last Rites. Judy's going to get blown up. Dash reset allows Relic back into the fight. Overlord looking for the follow-up CC. Does not happen. And this Immortal is just struggling alone on this fort. It will take the fort out, but they wanted much more than this. So good punish play by GLuck.
With the kill and a far rotation away from their own fort at the bottom, Miracle had to make that long rotation down now. So really bought a lot of time. They got the kill. So even though they lost the fort to the Immortal, I think that was a really good trade for GLuck.
Well played. Taking that experience lead again. Can probably just force down this bot fort because they're going to grab this camp. They have a minion wave advantage here. Notice Relic is checking both the vents to make sure no one's hiding in there to go for the invade before going over to take this. Very safe play.
Fort is almost down.
Yeah, they're definitely
a few more
gonna
shots,
get it.
it's going to go down. And Sniper, right before that time, throws the cage.
Cage, the silence as well. Sanctification can't be used to counter this. There's the blow up onto Saron. Double kill here means Tyrael's going down. They save the fort. They save the fort. The ping goes down for Miracle as well.
HP left on the fort?
Yeah, I think so.
There should be.
But I'm not sure. Like, I think so.
Well,
this is 2 times that GLuck almost got something, lost somebody, and then didn't secure it. This time it's not worth it to backdoor. I got scared for a second that Relic was about to when he was headed up, but he's just going to clear this top camp.
And you know what? That might have actually got them 16 already.
Yeah.
Of course, it will be easy. Once they have like a single minion going to that fort, it will be a dead fort. But because of that, it'll be even. Miracle hitting 16 first. Of course, it doesn't really matter too much. But I think they were trying to get that up, maybe soak a little bit more, hit 16, and then engage. But what really greedy, seems like the Saron's not really keeping his positioning. Very greedy player.
Yeah. Very greedy indeed today. Well, they're late to the Immortal fight versus a Hanzo, so as you guys can imagine, they lost. Halftime happens, and this is going to force GLuck to engage. They should have Sank available and the Dragon Blade to look for a big fight. They're going to have to open something up first. Garrosh would be the likely target to try to open up the fight with the Last Rites.
Oh, make sure your fort is safe. Clearing this wave right here with Hanzo. Easily done.
Okay, it does give GLuck an opportunity to position around this Immortal defensively. Saron's going to take this camp. That's risky business. Sniper's going to take this opportunity to just go ahead and clear bot. Keeping the fort alive, but also really starting to threaten this keep wall. Grabbing some experience, heading back up. GLuck needs to be decisive, but the formation is too good for Miracle. They have not been able to find a way in. Look at HA2 again, always trying to look for those flanks.
Overlord anywhere close to the Immortal Q range can be painful. And one Poison Spear will basically be half of your HP.
Yeah, almost got Genji there. Ended up missing the spear at the end of the day, but still cool to see that kind of tactic out of the Sonya player.
Seems like it's going to be a trade. Hanzo also going for that Immortal. This will be a close one.
Okay, stuns here just to eliminate 2 of these players to win the race, and they will just barely do it with that Dragon's Arrow. GLuck's had enough. They're going to look for the fight here. Tranquility and the Sank here on top of each other. Dragon Blade was going strong, but it got interrupted. There's Last Rites. Judy is dead. They want more. They're going for the chase here. Jaehyun, cat mount. Blue Beetle's interrupting his mount consistently. This is a defensive cage here, but they get through it. Jaehyun caught here. Does toss everyone away with that slap coming out here. Gets locked in by the Holy Ground. Milky Way, the god, gets him. And meanwhile, the Immortal is pushing the bot keep, which is damaged. But if they get a wipe here, it might not matter.
Oh, Sniper might have went too deep. That's going to be a trade, but HGC also getting called from that Holy Ground. Milky Way using that Tyrael to the maximum as defensive when his teammates needs that spacing, or offensive when they want to chase on a target.
Oh, I
what
tell
a
you,
great Tyrael player.
Miracle will find the Tyrael play very offensive at this point in time. Well, they're going to come back here. They'll save the keep. They won the fight to really shut down what this was going to accomplish, but they're still behind on structures, only a little bit ahead in experience. And because after this wipe, their only objective was to kill the Immortal, they didn't gain much from this exchange. So Miracle absolutely still has a lead in this game in most ways. They're finally going to get that fort, though. At least I think so. Last time I said that, it didn't go so well for me. But,
this time it's time, Relic.
Relic,
let's go.
Do it. Do the honors, Relic. Yes! Got it!
Put that on Reddit.
No, don't put that on. Don't put that on Reddit. That was not as cool as.
Only when we have Dragon Strikes.
I love the Salvo Sia nerd from Dreadnought last night though. I saw that one. That one was good. That was good. One day I hope to be like as handsome and funny as Dreadnought. I'm on my way, but I'm gonna be like a long journey.
It's gonna be a long journey.
I'm on chapter 1 of like his 300 chapter book on how to be a great year as a Stormcaster.
Where do you buy that?
He gave it to me as a gift. I don't know if it's for sale. Sorry, GLuck. And you can't borrow it. I'm still only on chapter 1. I'll let you know when I'm finished. If you're alive by then. Or alive, still alive then.
3K18, yes. Only have 3,000 heroes.
Well, Invade coming through from Miracle. The only thing they're down on is that experience, the scaling of the level disadvantage, but otherwise we're looking at a game where they are ahead. Look at this bot push. Making it easier actually for GLuck to soak experience as well. They're going to soak this bot push now and look to swing around towards this Immortal. 20 is, if they could get it before this Immortal phase really kicks off, it would be massive for them. I think they might just be able to at least be there by the time the fight really erupts, because they got that wave in the bot lane. They're looking for the second wave. Look, they're even going forward up towards that keep wall. Trying to hide this with Milky Way leading the charge. Look, they're on that minion wave.
They're rotating around. Just make sure Gunza has an angle to put some damage onto the Immortal. Off to the side, there's a rock to have that scatter arrow, also to spot the enemy. Ooh, it's risky.
Relic?
Really coming from the side.
Not going to get Umbral binded, though, so ends up being okay. That's the kind of Genji play I'm talking about, guys. Very good finesse, good angle, using the dash to actually damage everyone on his way through.
Gave time for them to hit 20, though.
Yeah.
They're all to the race. Of course, Hanzo on the other side, but this time, they're too late for the halftime.
Bala is super, gets a buff here compared to everyone else with her 20 in terms of the Immortal race, so it's actually a huge power spike for them as well. Miracle doesn't want to look for this fight before 20, but they might just have to take it.
It is a big risk. Rose in the Marathon once again to taunt. There's the silence follow-up. Very good.
Good follow-up there. Double kill with that silence. They won the fight without 20. Judy survives there with some of that extra armor. Malthael does return. Or that buyback, as I like to call it here, does come out. Overlord's very low, up at the front here, doesn't have the ability to escape. Umbral Bind comes through. Miracle looks like they are going to go up 2-0 in this series. I can't imagine GLuck coming back from this. They're having now their Immortal totally demolished. Miracle took the defensive fight, utilized the silence there after the cage. And this is GLuck's last chance to survive as this Immortal hits the top lane. The top wall is pretty heavily damaged. They're even going to look to double keep this. Look at this. They've got a minion wave here. I actually like this a lot. They're threatening a 3-man roster.
From Miracle right now.
Yeah.
Because Immortal will basically get the keep from the top. They want at least a double keep or finish the game right here. As well as still 20 seconds. They have almost no range other than Genji's shurikens to defend.
I love this play. Miracle is playing like a world-class team right now. being very decisive. No hesitation. Quick coming through here with this Immortal. Now, a keep down. GLuck has to defend. There will be probably a catapult on the core by the time this finishes, actually. Okay, they're diving in deep here. Tranquility just to allow the positional plays here from Relic. Taunt comes through, but once he's done, he can drop the blade. There it is, but he is tossed away by Stukov. Uses the blade onto this Immortal real quick. This is a Sanctification that's well placed, but Judy's got so much armor, they can't break through. Miracle with the double. Malthael can't come back this time. He's got the increased death timer. That should be game. The catapult's headed over from the bot lane as well, and they are just going to close this one out. Core under attack now, 80%. As Overlord does what he can to try to push Gunza back. He might actually get the solo kill, but it just won't matter.
Both Q misses, and maybe on Hanzo in. That's a trade. That's a love kill there. But that doesn't matter. The game is done. Miracle will take game number 2.
What's a I've never heard that term before. Love kill? Is that like when you both kill each other at the same time?
Yeah, it's an FPS term where you shoot each other at the same time and you get the kill. And that's what happens if you shoot the arrow at the same time. You will both get the kills.
Cool. Well, now I know.
Now you know Vala versus Hanzo.
Is that what lovers are supposed to do?
Vala versus Hanzo. We'll never know which one's the stronger one. But Vala missed both of her Qs, though.
Yeah. She should have gotten the kill easily, but it didn't happen that way. Here is our score screen for game number 2. We have Jaehyun actually with 100% kill involvement with his silence. That's very much not a surprise.
Hey, look at the numbers on Hanzo. BOE. Looks about right.
Yeah.
120k and much damage. Much damage on the heroes.
Saron got the big 5. Again, 5 deaths on the Malthael. So,
well,
look, I'm not trying to call him, you know, a weak top laner by any means, because he's actually, you know, improved quite a lot. Like, he was really getting the deaths in the first few weeks, let me tell you.
And Last Rites, I think, was the right choice. And he was silenced all the time during team fights.
He got a lot of kills, too, with the Last Rites onto Garrosh. So, made sense in theory, but needs to just work on his rotations, because he's getting caught a lot of the time. And in this meta that we have that's persisted for a long time, the CC meta, where like you get stunned, then you get silenced, then you get stunned, then you get silenced, then you get stunned again, then you get pulled, or whatever, you know, the silences and CCs they have on the team. Gonna have a bad time as a Malthael. He doesn't have an escape like Maiev does. He doesn't have an escape like Verdant does.
With the backstab, but after that, you're basically gone. There's the Umbral Bind, there's a throw from Garrosh. The silence, it was a terrible time for him whenever he died.
Yeah.
And Relic strategy, keeping that 0%.
Yeah, it's a bad map for GLuck. And, you know, I think it was a smart map pick for Miracle at the end of the day. So, going to a game 3 coming up soon. I expected GLuck to win this. I pegged them as big favorites to win this match tonight. But Miracle has prepared well. They're being decisive. They're not playing nervous, even though everything is on the line here. It's been some good heroes of the storm. I
think Miracle is the winner over last night. What they have prepared, what the changes were. Gunza not being on the Genji, really going back to what they were good at, and also forcing GLuck to play some off-role heroes like Vala, which I don't think they ever played in the season.
Yeah, I mean, with only 2 Vala plays, or now 3, I guess, pretty unlikely. I'd have to go.
And also Hanzo, of course, wins. Vala, of course, Q-Vala, very strong, runs that Immortal pretty quickly, but against Hanzo,
Relic is
contestable, but still not enough.
He's played 4 games of Vala. He's won in 4 now, so he's 5 games, so he's 1 in 4. So
this entire season.
Yeah, this entire season, of course, not part 2. All right, guys. Well, we are going to go to a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to find out if Miracle can close out the series.